You need money quick? In this video, I've got you covered. I'm gonna be giving you 21 of the fastest selling clothing brands out there so you can make money quickly flipping these used items.
Hey, I'm Lee Meyer, and I'm the founder of Listing of Freedom and the Empowered Reseller. And I help clothing resellers make more money without hustling harder. Let's get started.
If you're new here, my name is Lee Meyer and I'm a stay-at-home mom of four. I've made over $100,000 flipping used goods on sites like eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And I'm so excited for today's topic where I'm gonna be sharing with you some of the quickest selling brands out there. Now, before we get started, I wanna take a second to invite you to grab my free brands list. In this brands list, I give you 150 of the brands that I source and sell on a regular basis, the same brands that have led me to that $100,000 mark and beyond. You'll find a link for this free resource down here in the description below this video. And if you're looking for an income stream that is a little bit more passive but has a whole lot bigger potential, then you're going to want to grab my 6-figure blueprint. You'll also find this down there in the description below this video as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna be heading on over to my computer, but before we do that, all of the brands that I'm going to be showing you today all have a high sell-through rate. That indicates that there is a really good demand for that brand, for those items that I'm gonna be sharing with you. For this video, I have done all of this research. It's all pulled up on my computer, ready to go. I am using eBay for this because they do give some pretty powerful tools, some powerful information at your fingertips that some of the other platforms don't give. Now, that's not to say that these items and these brands that you're gonna learn about won't sell well and won't sell quickly on other platforms. It's just that eBay is the easiest to do this kind of research. I'm gonna be showing you inside of eBay's research tool that was originally called Terapeak. It's now called Product Research, how original, but this is also now available from the eBay mobile app. So if you don't yet have the mobile app, you can get that, and right on the selling page, you're going to see where it says Product Research. And this is essentially the same thing, but on your phone. It's just a little bit easier for this video to show you from my computer. All right, so let's go head on over and we will get started. All right, so I have all of these pulled up ready to go for you. Now, I mentioned that I am using what was called Terapeak, that's now called Product Research. This is inside of eBay. In your Seller Hub, you'll find this under Research and then Product Research. And this is available to all sellers now. You do not need to have an eBay store subscription to access this, which is awesome. So, all right, the first brand that I have ready to go for you is Vori. I did pull up with Terapeak, with the product research tool. You do need to really select that category to kind of narrow most of these things down. Unfortunately, there isn't just like men's category or women's category clothing. It's just you have to go down into whichever specific category. So I did pull up pants for this, but their other items are selling equally as well. And so for the activewear, pants is an activewear brand. This one has a sell-through rate. For all of the sell-through rates that I'm going to be showing you in this video, I did go with the 90 days. So you can change the time frame here. That is going to change what this sell-through rate is. You think it would be the same, but it's not. It's drastically different. So I did go with the 90 days just so we're comparing apples to apples across everything. Everything is that 90-day period. So for these activewear pants and the brand in general, this has a really good sell-through rate. So 59, almost 60%. These are some of the prices here. And then I pulled up a pair of the pants so that you can see exactly what you're looking for. There is a little V. This will be on the outside of most of the items, so you're able to identify them, from the outside without having to look at the inside. When you see that V, then that's this brand, Vori. The next brand that I have for you is Magnolia Pearl. Now, this brand has very expensive items. The sell-through rate on this one is 54%, but you can see that average sale price, and everything I'm going to be sharing with you is filtered down to show used condition. And so the average sale price on this brand is $253, and then the sell-through 54%. And so here's some of the items, like this shirt that sold for $300, pair of pants that sold for $280. Like these are some crazy amounts that these are selling for. The tags can look a little bit different on the item. So this is one of them inside of that shirt that I just showed you that sold. And then this is inside of a pair of pants. With these items, they're going to be very distressed, most of them. So you'll notice along the top of these pants, it's very frayed, a little worn. Here is the front of the pants. So they're patched, they've got holes. So this is one that I could see that would be really easy to miss. I have not yet had luck finding this one, but if you do find it, I could see how it would be really easy to pass over and go, okay, this is worn out, whatever. But that is just the look of that brand. The next brand that I have for you is Ultra Shoes. And I did filter this down to show men's shoes because you do need to select which category in order to get all of this information. Again, pre-owned condition. These have a sell-through rate of nearly 60%. And then these are some of the prices. So on average, around $44 for used condition. They'll range, anywhere from 20 upwards, maybe closer to 50 to 60 to 70, depending on the condition and the style. This is what these shoes look like, as well as what you're looking for on them. On the side, you're going to see kind of a shark fin. These are on all of their shoes. And this brand has a very, very big following. A lot of people that wear these are huge fans and then keep buying these shoes over and over again. So that is one of the reasons why these do sell so quickly. But the shark fin on here is probably the fastest way to recognize these, shark fin or whatever it is that you want to call it. The next brand is this. Oh, I didn't bring this in here to show you women's shoes for the Ultra brand. So this is a little bit different. The sell-through rate is a little bit lower. This is true of a lot of brands, a lot of items where the women's items have a little bit lower sell-through rate. It's still a great find if you happen to come across it. Still, a relatively good sell-through rate at 36%. The average price, sold price, is also a little bit lower as well. That is perfectly typical to see. Not every brand follows that rule, but it is very common with these brands. All right, the next brand I have for you is Coto Paxi. I did leave this. I did not filter down to a specific category for this one, just because there's not a lot of competing items that are, not from this brand. And then used condition again. On average, 47% sell-through rate for this brand. This does include everything from hats to jackets. I believe there's bags in here. Anything that had Coto Paxi in the title is going to come up. But on average, across all of their items, 47%. You've got jeans or joggers in there, t-shirts, 47% sell-through rate on this one. This is one of the jackets. It's super common to have this color blocking where you're having these really bright colors and then different colors, in that color block pattern. And then on the outside, you're going to typically see that llama or alpaca or whatever it is, Coto Paxi on that outside. And then that's usually kind of what the inside tag looks like. All right, the next brand is Teeks. With this one, this is a women's shoe brand. They make flats. All of the shoes pretty much look the same. I'll show you here in a second if you have not seen these. But these have a sell-through rate of 42%. Over the last 90 days, average sale price about $63. So these are very expensive shoes, even in used condition. Like that's what the average sale price is. So this is what these look like. They're little ballet flats, slip-on, slipper cut type of shoes with elastic around the top. The fastest way to spot these, now of course there's duplicates or replicates, I should say, of these, but the fastest way to spot these is with that teal stripe on that back heel. All of their shoes have that. And then as well as you'll notice, these don't have the best picture, but the soles of the shoes will have that same teal color as well. And they are very curved like that. They're not flat. So if you find these, this is what these are. All right, next brand is called Pack Safe. And what I'm going to be sharing with you is different types of items, like not just necessarily pants and jeans and shirts, but I've got a mix of items, just like I've shown you shoes already. This is actually a bag brand that I do kind of lump in with clothing, although it's maybe not something you wear. It's more of an accessory, but I did throw this one in here because it does have a 60% sell-through rate on this, at average sale price of around $42 in used condition. With these bags, they do make different types of bags. So for example, you'll see a suitcase here. You'll see maybe a larger backpack, sling bags, all different sizes of bags, but they really do specialize in RFID protection for people's items. And so this is an example of one that sold and then what that tag will look like on it. So it's a little just tab on the edge of the bag where it says pack safe. So that's what you're looking for with this one. This is one of the best selling, fastest selling bag brands out there. All right, next up, we've got Arat jeans. Arat is one of my favorite brands, but the jeans in particular have a fast sell-through rate, and especially when it comes to the men's jeans. Women's jeans, the sell-through rate, again, that's not quite as high, but for the men's jeans, you're looking at close to 55% sell-through rate, and then an average sale price of around $28. So not a huge profit margin depending on how much you're spending, but they do sell pretty quickly. Now, this is what they look like on the inside. If you have not seen the tags like this, they can vary quite a bit, but that is generally what they will look like. And they can have a little bit more of a Western flair to them. A lot of them may have thick stitch. And so that is that brand. Another item from this brand that sells really well, really fast, has a high sell-through rate is their shoes. Now, I did have to, again, narrow it down to a specific category of just boots. I wasn't able to say, just all styles of shoes, but all styles of their shoes sell well, sell for a high average sale price, as well as they sell quickly and have that high sell-through rate that you're looking for if you're looking for fast flips. So for the boots, and this is for men's boots category, this one has a sell-through rate of 45%, average sale price of $53. All right, and then next brand I have for you, another shoe brand, Salomon. I think I'm saying this right. This is another active wear shoe brand. This one has a sell-through rate of almost 50%, average sale price of almost $50. And then I've got a picture here of kind of what these look like, because they're not the best pictures inside of Terapeak. Now, a lot of these you can click on, so I just hold down the control key on my computer. It's different if you have a Mac. I think it's probably a command key. And then you click on that. That's going to open it up in a new tab. So that can be really helpful to click into these and see the pictures closer up, or see if it was listed for a different price. Because in this product research tool, what I keep calling Terapeak, but I need to switch over to product research tool, it does show you the price it was sold at, even if it was offered at a best offer. So you see the actual price here. This is a pair of those Salomon shoes. What they look like, they do have a very active wear look to them. And then you'll see over here on the back heel, that's where it says Salomon. They also have an S here on the tongue. So if you look for that S, that's another good way to identify this brand. All right, next brand I have for you is Birdwell Beach Britches. Now, I did put this in as the swimwear category, which is what it is. There may be some items that are listed under shorts because they are a little bit more of a board short. So I could see people going either way on these, but I did filter it down to swimwear. This has a sell-through rate. Look, check out this sell-through rate, 70% on shorts that are selling for $40 on average. Now, these sell pretty well, pretty quickly, 70% sell-through rate on these. This is even September here of the dates that we're looking at, and they're still, hovering right around that $40 price per pair. This is what the shorts look like, and this is what that tag looks like. I'm going to see if I can zoom in on this a little bit bigger. So Birdwell Beach Britches, and it's a surfboard in a pair of shorts is what that is. And so that's what all of their tags look like. That is on the exterior of the item, so that makes it easy to spot without having to do too much digging. All right, next is rock and roll jeans. And these are specifically, what I'm showing you is specifically their men's jeans. Their men's jeans do sell quite a bit better than their women's jeans, and I'll show you exactly what these look like. So 43% sell-through rate, they're selling for on average right around $25 plus shipping. On the tag, this is what it's going to look like. So here it's going to say the rock and roll denim, and then on the inside, that is what the inside tag looks like. A lot of the times they are, do have some variations, but that's kind of in general what it will look like. And then that's what the material tag looks like as well. All right, next brand I have for you is called Outlier. Now I did put this in as Outlier men, and then it brought up the right items. I just had to put in men, otherwise it was bringing up Malcolm Gladwell's book, which is an amazing book called Outlier as well. So I did put in men, leave that as all categories, and you can always check and see that the results that come up are what you're looking for, because a lot of times there will be random items that it's like, okay, this isn't what I was looking for. But we can scroll through here, see that there's pants, see that there's shirts, see that these are the types of items that we want to get the data from. And so with this brand, this does have a high average sale price, $68, as well as the sell-through rate is 55% on all of these items. On their men's items, the women's items are maybe a little bit slightly lower, but they do still have a very good average sale price. And if you have not seen what this tag looks like, these are very kind of basic looking items. A lot of them are linen or natural fibers, but this is what the tag looks like on the inside. So it does have a swan in a circle. And then the made in country, these will be different. So it's not always Portugal. There's several different companies where they do, several different countries where they do produce their items. So it will say, it may say a different country than Portugal. All right, next up is Haflinger. This is another shoe brand. So you're going to see a common theme here that there are quite a bit of shoes in this video of fastest selling brands, because shoes do typically have a very good sell-through rate. What is crazy is that a lot of the sell-through rate is actually higher when you're selling items in used condition. So I'm going to just test this out and see what this looks like. So that was 53%. Across this brand, for all items, not just in used condition, that sell-through rate's actually 38%. This is very, very typical. And then when you filter down to show used items, pre-owned items, that sell-through rate actually goes up. What that tells you is there's actually a bigger demand for used items than there are for new items. This is true in a lot of different brands, a lot of different items, because people are looking to save money. This tells you that this is a wonderful time to be a reseller. So average sale price, $41. I am in the slipper category. They do make some other shoes that they might be more listed in, maybe flats, but I did have to choose a category to look at for these. And then 53%. So these can be clogs. A lot of them I would probably classify it as more of a clog than a slipper, but it depends on the use, I guess, and who's listing, which category they're listing in. But for this, 53%, and then I'll show you what these shoes look like. This is one of their most popular styles. This is what it looks like with the cork footbed and then wool uppers. So that wool is like a matted wool. I'm blanking on the term of that, but it's felted. Felted wool is the term that I'm looking for. And then on the inside of these, that's what the soles look like. So you'll see this red dot. I'm going to see if I can zoom in on this a little bit better. You can see if you rotate that a little bit, 90 degrees, that's actually a horse head, which I'm told one of my viewers here on YouTube did tell me that is a breed of horses. So that is why that horse head, that's why that's part of their logo. And then on the inside, so that's going to say Haflinger, and then that's what that tag looks like on the inside. All right, the next brand that I have for you is On Cloud Shoes. I'm never quite sure what exactly the name of the brand is. So with these are another active wear shoe brand. This one has a sell-through rate, 47%, average sale price around 45%. And this is what these shoes look like. They are, again, very popular. A lot of people like these. I'm noticing these more and more and more. And this, from the outside, the best way to spot these is with this little symbol here. I'm not even sure what it is, but if you see that, that is this brand that I'm talking about. And so that's what these shoes look like. All right, Duth Trading is the next brand that I have for you. Now, I did bring up all of this. You're going to notice the sell-through rate's like it's decent. It's not bad, but it's not high. So 22%, but this is because I did pull up like every single type of item they have. This is a one of my favorite kind of all-around brands. But what I want to show you instead is actually their bags, because when you start looking into these different categories of items within that brand, Duth Trading, their bags sell 37% for that sell-through rate, and then average sale price around $38. And this is what some of their bags look like. They do have a lot of different styles, but this canvas bag with leather trim is super popular. They'll make it in different sizes, different shapes, but this is theme of the canvas and the leather is very popular, and that is what that tag looks like. There is a leather tag, so it does make those pretty easy to spot. And then I also wanted to mention, while we're on the topic of Duth Trading, that there is another similar company that's actually called, instead of Duth Trading, it's called Duth Pack. So I did pull up some of these for you because it is another really good brand. It actually does have a really good sell-through rate as well. And the way that I did this is Duth Pack, put that in quotations, but then I want to exclude everything that has trading in it because I don't want Duth Trading items to come up. So I put comma and then minus trading or dash trading. That's going to remove all of the items that have trading in them. I could have also maybe found it under a brand in the filters. That's just easiest for me. And then this is what their tag looks like. So you can see some of the sale prices on these, like, almost $90 for a duffel bag from this brand. And then this is what that tag looks like. I'm going to see if I can zoom in on that a little bit more for you, but it is a moose head, and it says Duluth, Minnesota, and then Pack at the top. So if you see the moose head, that is Duth Pack, not Duth Trading. Both are good brands. I guess that's the takeaway here. Next brand I have for you is La Sportiva. I have no idea if I'm saying this one right. This is another shoe brand. So this one has a sell-through rate of 43% almost. Average sale price around, pushing $60 on these shoes. Again, this is another active wear shoe brand. And I have this pulled up right here for you of what these look like. This is it has the name across the side of the item. They do put it in pretty big letters, so you don't have to go hunting or figure out what the symbols mean. Like, they just spell it out there for you. So that makes it pretty easy. All right, next brand I have for you is Rock Revival. Now, I did pull this one up in men's jeans. This one has a sell-through rate of 51% and then an average sale price of 54%. Now, all of these you're going to see, there's going to be items in here that are selling for $100. They have the price here new of $220. That is why these have such a high average sale price and why some of them are selling for, $100 in used condition. With the Rock Revival, this is kind of what you're looking for if you have not seen this brand before. They'll typically have this fleur-de-lis, something like that, pattern on the back of this. And then this is what that label at the back of the jeans looks like, where it says Rock Revival. It is very three-dimensional on that tag. And a lot of these jeans, probably nearly all of these jeans do have that thick stitch, around the pockets, down the sides, that is very apparent. So thick stitch is a really good keyword to use with these types of items with this brand. All right, next brand I have is Filson. This is probably one of my favorite. Picking favorite brands is like picking a favorite kid. Like, I can't pick one, but this is definitely up there. Filson, and then this is all of their items. I did not narrow down the category. Sell-through rate on all of their items, 44%. They do make a huge variety of items. I'm going to show you what all pulled up in the search results. So we've got pants. We've got a replacement shoulder strap for a bag. Like, this one sold for $33. Who would, think of grabbing that if you came across it at a bin or a garage sale or wherever you're sourcing? $33 for a shoulder strap. We've got a duffel bag, toolbox. Like, there's all kinds of things in here. This one says it's a bridle. I'm not sure. Belt. Maybe it's a belt. Shirts, jackets, this is for everything that I did pull up. So sell-through rate of 44%. brand wide is amazing. Once you narrow it down into a more specific category, like their coats, like that sell-through rate is going to be even higher. I did pull up a couple of examples for you here for what these tags look like if you find them. I have found these out thrifting, like these are out there. And so this is what this tag looks like. This is a vintage tag. So if you come across this, their tags have varied throughout the years. This company has been around a very long time in Seattle. And this is what that vintage tag looks like. And I also do have another jacket pulled up for you here that has a little bit newer tag, but they're newer items, they're still selling for hundreds of dollars. So definitely, don't have to stick with just vintage. Everything I showed you, that was for newer, pre-owned, as well as vintage items when I showed you that 44% over here on the on that product research tool / therapy, 44% vintage as well as, new used condition. Next brand I have for you is Jinko. So J and C O. With this, what you need to be aware of is that a lot of listings are using the brand basically as a keyword in their title, even though it's not that brand. So I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. But for this, I did not, with this tool, with the product research tool, you don't have a good way to be able to filter down into, okay, maybe they added this. All right, so I see that over here, but I'm guessing that it's still probably going to pull that up. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. But if you go down in here, so 42% sell-through rate, average sale price, almost $120. If you go down through here, you're going to notice that there are multiple different brands that are actually represented. So we've got Kugi, we've got Paco, that was another like big 90s brand, Access, what else? We have South Pole. We've got, I think, Rare City Inc. We've got, what else do we have in here? There's another South Pole, Timberland. But just because they have that baggy look, they have a really wide look that Jinko is known for. And you can keep scrolling down through there. You're going to keep seeing other brands. Like this is a pair of Tommy Hilfiger. They just happen to throw Jinko in there as their, as a keyword, basically. Here's a FUBU. You're going to go down through here and see how many of these jeans actually, went and used that as their brand. Just out of curiosity, I'm actually going to come in here to the filter and see if this actually changes things or if people did list these as the wrong brand. So sell-through rate's a little bit lower, but the average sale price, like check this out, almost $200 for these. So let's go and see what this actually is. If there's other brands that are popping up in here, it's hard to say. I'm seeing these, and there may be still other brands mixed in. So here's another, yeah. So a little bit hard to say there. You really kind of do need to click into some of these listings, but it is looking more like Jinko. Probably the biggest takeaway here is that average sale price of $183 versus before we filtered down and it was a lot of different brands mixed in, $120, which is still great, but that's why that boost you saw there. All right, for this brand, Jinko specifically, I did pull up an item, a couple items here to show you. This is a pair of shorts. This skull theme, it can be really popular. They do have a lot of items that do have skulls on them. They do have some, let's see, what else? What else was I going to show? Oh, here, this is what that looks like. That crown is part of their label. And then it's hard to see what that Jinko looks like. If you see this is another kind of variation where it's a little bit easier to read. Here on this next item though that I pulled up for you, it did have, this one might be better. I thought I had this one pulled up. Okay, so this is what that looks like. It's a little bit hard to read. It's kind of like, how do you even make out Jinko out of that? But that is what their label looks like. That is embroidered. A lot of these are embroidered. So if you come across any of these that are embroidered, these are good examples. Now this one is one that I pulled up for you because this is a random brand. This is not a brand that I would probably ever find in a brands list. This isn't a brand that I had never even heard of before till I did this research for you for this video. And it says Blue Falls. But because they recognize this style as, okay, it's baggy, it's wide leg. These almost look like cargo pockets down here, which is cool. But because of that style, and they went and put Jinko in the title as one of their keywords. You know, this brand, this item sold for nearly $100 just because they happen to, you know, use Jinko in the title, use the right keywords, skater jeans, you know, wide leg, all of that. All right, so that is a good example of not having to be stuck specifically to brands. If you're looking for more items like that, then check out this video. I'm going to leave a link for it up here. All right. Oh, there is that pair of jeans. Okay. Next brand is what is called Poncho. Now, this is a little bit of a tricky brand to research because, like you might imagine, you type Poncho into any search bar, what's going to come up? Ponchos. But with this brand, they are actually button-up men's shirts. So I'll show you exactly what these tags look like. So I did type in here, the brand official title, I think, is Poncho Outdoors, but Poncho Outdoors button up. And then again, that used condition, but check out this sell-through rate, 89%. And then the average sale price, like on a men's button-up shirt, almost $50, $45. And then I have a shirt here for you to show you what these look like. And some of them do have that little bit of a Western theme to them like that. This one is a snap shirt. And then that is what that tag looks like. So it is big and square, and it is black and white, which does make it easy to spot. All right, next brand is Carhartt. I could not do this list without putting Carhartt on here. Now, overall, if you're looking at all items, not just narrowed down to a specific category, the sell-through rate is lower because they do make socks. They make, you know, all kinds of different items. Random items, but I did narrow this down to coats, jackets, and vests in the men's category because this is one of their fastest selling. So this one has a sell-through rate of 30 to 35%, average sale price of around $75 to $80 for these in used condition. This is what one of those vintage tags looks like, as well as that blanket lining. While we're showing you the pictures, that blanket lining is super popular. So this one, you know, $200 for this jacket in used condition. By the way, if you come across jackets that are all torn up, shredded, stained, paint on them, go ahead and get them, especially if they're blanket lined, and you can pick them up for $5. Chances are, like, there's a lot of these that are selling for $50 to $100 or even more, even in not great condition. This is one of those newer Carhartt tags if you have not seen that before. All right, the next item that I have for you is called Hoka or Hoka 11, and this is another shoe brand, and this one is another one that is in that active wear shoe category. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can. I think I ran out of tabs I can have open in my computer is what is going on. So this one does have a 54% sell-through rate, average sale price. Again, like that's almost pushing $50 for that used condition. And this is all items. This is men and women together. If I were to filter this down, actually, let's just go ahead and do that. So we're at 54% for a sell-through rate. I'm going to go ahead and filter that down. So it does bump up just slightly up to almost 57% for that sell-through rate. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on these. If you have not seen this, this is what this looks like. These are actually in new condition of what it pulled up. I think just because, for whatever reason, that's what it's pulling up. But that is what they look like on the outside. They're going to say Hoka in big letters. And then they're also going to have, if I can zoom in on this a little bit more, there's like a seagull inside of that O. So this is what you're looking for with this brand. All right, if you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel because I've got more amazing reseller content headed your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.